Hey there guys, on this episode of Texas Beer Reviews, I'll be looking at Cycler's Brewing Domestique Wit. This is a Belgian style wit beer, or wheat beer, and these guys are out of Montgomery, Texas. On the can it says, our American version of a Belgian wheat ale, traditionally unfiltered. Along with the wheat malts and organic oats, this ale is infused with coriander, lavender, and bitter orange peel, which gives it a slight lemony touch. We use aged hops, so there's very low levels of hops in both taste and aroma. I have had this before, once or twice, and I really enjoyed it, so it's on the singles shelf. Picked one up to review. Some other information about the beer: it's 5% ABV. And 10 IBUs, so shouldn't really be any bitterness. And I mentioned they use wheat malt and organic oats. I think this is available year-round. I didn't say on the site, but so far I've seen it, plentiful. They haven't been canning for too long, but I think it's supposed to be year-round. On Beer Advocate, there's no score. It doesn't have enough reviews for a score. And on Untapped, it has a 3.44 average, which is pretty solid. So, let's open it up and get into it. So, poured a four finger head there. It is slightly hazy, so as they mentioned, it is unfiltered, just typical for the style. It's got a nice light kind of lemon pale straw color, similar to some of the other wheat beers that I've reviewed so far, and the nice bubbly white head. Proceeding pretty quickly, I suppose, but check out the aroma. So everything is advertised pretty much. It's got nice lemon aspect to it. Coriander comes out a bit. You can get the wheat malt underneath there. I guess it's more a lot of lemon on the forefront. It smells pretty good, similar to any other wit beers, or most other wit beers that I've had. So, into the taste here. First off, the thing I noticed is that it kind of jumps in the mouthfeel here. The carbonation is very prickly, almost soda-like. Its can's still a little bit cold, but you get the lemon aspect out of it. It's like coriander, wheat malt. It's there, but it's not too intense. It's actually pretty light. I guess so far is pretty intense in flavor. Might have to let it warm up a little bit, but it's a decent amount of lemon. There's a slight subtle tartness to it. It's definitely not as much as the Goza that I've reviewed or other beers that are meant to be a bit more acidic. Just a hint of tartness that makes it pretty refreshing. But it's some mild lemon there, mild coriander, mild wheat malt. So overall, so far from what I'm getting, it's a subtle beer, but very refreshing. On the mouthfeel, As I mentioned before, the carbonation up front is very prickly, almost soda-like, actually. Body's, let's say, more on the thin side, of medium thin, as with most beers in the ABV range that are this style. And no lingering bitterness, not really any bitterness to, of course, detect. And just kind of finishes with just a very subtle tartness, very subtle hint of acidity, which I really enjoy. I like that bit of acidity out of these, style of beer. But overall, I give this one a 3.75 out of 5 stars. I like it quite a bit. I think that if it had, I can't fault it for the style, but I would personally want just a little bit, even just a little bit more acidity and a little bit more of a malt character to it. I mean, it might come out as a warms, then, if I feel like I'll change the score, then I'll mention that in the video or in the comments or something, but as it is right now, I'd go with a 3.75 out of 5 stars. So, that's what I think about Cycler's Domestique Wheat, Domestique Wit. Also a little, I guess, tidbit of information on the website. They're a bicycle themed brewery, so they kind of discuss the names. They talk about the beer, and then they'll kind of talk about why they named it the way it is. But I guess domestic is help I'm pronouncing it right. Is a helper that I guess brings food and water to riders at the front of a race, I'm assuming, for relief. So yeah, all their other beers are kind of have, I guess, similar types of things that are relevant to cycling. But that's what I think of this one. There's one more thing I thought I was going to mention, but oh yeah, availability. Anywhere in the Houston area, you should probably be able to find this relatively easy at most HEBs or Whole Foods. It's available, Houston, Montgomery, Humble, surrounding areas like that. I think they said they mentioned it in Waco, and the College Station, Bryan, things like that. But so greater Houston, and a bit further out area. But that's what I think of. Their wit beer. So anyway, think global, drink local, and cheers.